Izzy here, and we are continuing our meal prep. If you didn't catch the last video, we had prepping for our soup for supper, and I was showing you how to prep vegetable soup. In this video, we're going to work more on lunch. So I specifically chose salmon as my protein for this week. And this whole flank was only $6.99, so it's really cheap considering I'm gonna divide this out into 5 to 6 meals. I've got my rice on the stove. Now, before I start cooking the rice, I wanted to give you an extra special tip. So while I took a little break, I went and had my shower and did my oil massage, self-oil massage, as I normally do on Sundays. I put my rice in the pan and I let it just soak. No stove heat on, just let it soak, and then I'm gonna drain it. Why? Why would I do that? So if you think you know, go ahead and comment. I'm gonna come back to that, I'm gonna drain it. So if you think you know, why would you soak and drain your rice, go ahead and put that comment down below. If you're watching live, say hey. If you're watching a replay, type in replay. I have a special guest for this one. So I'm gonna be bringing in Gannon. We're gonna do story time while we're cooking.
Hello.
So this is Gannon, this is
Hi.
my boyfriend.
I'm Gannon, the boyfriend, right?
Who's also learning how to cook.
What? What? Me? Cook? Okay, yeah, let's do this.
He's also learning how to cook, so I'm also helping him, because in the long run it'll help me, right? Maybe.
I'm really goofy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're cooking and I'm cooking, we can really, teamwork is dream work.
So we've got our salmon. It's frozen, so I let it sit out for a little bit.
Is this frozen?
It's still pretty frozen. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
I think
still
that's
pretty frozen. Okay. So I'm going to cut this open. I'm going to put it on the stove on really low heat since it's frozen. Yes. Now, why would I not just put it on high heat?
I don't know. You tell me, boss.
Because if it's on really high heat, it's gonna cook the outside layer really fast, and I want it to slowly heat it up, just as if it was thawing it out. So I'm gonna cook it on really, really low heat until it's no longer frozen, and then I can turn the heat back up.
Turn the heat on! Full disclosure, I'm the goofball around here.
He is. And as you know, I can get very serious, so he balances me out really well. I mentioned in the last video, I just have a knife because the kids have broken all of the scissors. They totally do that. I think every pair of scissors has landed on the counter broken.
Yes.
Yeah. Now this one does still have the skin on it. Do you like to eat the skin?
Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
Okay. I don't all the time. Sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. But once you cook it, it peels off really easy anyway, so if you don't like the skin. All right, Gannon, tell them about you.
Hi everybody, my name is Gannon Patrick O'Day. You guys can call me Chief, you can call me the dude, you can call me G. Are just that weird guy with the big hippie hair. I am...
What's your favorite color?
I do not have a favorite color. I have never really understood. I think if I had to choose, I might do like blue. I like baby blue.
Like your eyes.
I do have blue eyes, yes, but that is...
He likes them known.
Yeah, no.
Okay, draining the rice. Okay, so why would you want to soak your rice and then drain it, washing it off? Research has shown pretty consistently that rice in the bag that sits for a while can have arsenic in it. And yes, just rinsing the rice can help wash that off. Not saying that you shouldn't eat rice. It's very small traces. We just want to rinse that off.
Look at the technique in rinsing over there. Let me tell you what. That's impressive. That is impressive.
Oh my gosh. Also, I personally think that it cooks up a little bit better after it's soaked too, but...
Oh wait, does that mean there's someone watching?
Yeah, there's someone watching it live.
Groovy! Well, happy holidays. Be cool.
And if they comment, we can see who's watching live. And sometimes there's more like watching than what there is. Okay. So I've got the rice cooking, I've got the salmon cooking, and while they're cooking, I thought it would be fun to give them a little story.
All right, well, what type of story do they want to hear?
Do you want to hear about how we met?
The first time or the second time?
There's a lot to this story.
We met originally in 2005. No.
2004.
2004. I was a
we
junior.
were in high school.
I was a junior. She was a senior. And we were just as well. She wasn't. She was the really good one. I was the really wild one.
Yeah, he was wild. I was.
Yeah,
really good.
I was wild. Still am. Wild and crazy guy. But I guess the.
So we should add. We went to a really, really small high school. Like really small. So like there was like 50 people in the whole entire high school.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So all the grades were like mixed together really well, and like there was one hallway with all the lockers. So there wasn't this like big divide between grades anyways. Like most of us didn't really even think about really like who was a junior, who was like we didn't really use those terms a whole lot.
No, we were too integrated, too small.
No.
You know.
And he was such an oddball, and he was the new kid.
Still am.
I was an oddball, but I don't think anyone really knew that I was an oddball. I was like a secret oddball.
Okay.
But so why am I telling you this story? So we're telling you our story because, as many of you all know, I'm also huge into teaching meditation, mindfulness, abundant mindset, manifestation, all of that. Yeah, I'm totally gonna say I manifested him.
Yes, she did.
So much so that he like showed up at my front door.
Yes, I thought about trying to figure out the actual number to this, but it has to be in the millions. I was a Amazon delivery driver, and was starting my route, and I saw the name, and I'm like, wait, that can't be right. So all day I kept thinking about, well, if that is her, what am I going to say? Rolled up to the door, and did they know about Leo?
Yeah.
Okay. Then saw this young man, and I knew instantly, as like, I know who your mom is. And I was like, what's your name? And he's like, I'm Leo. And I said, I'm Gannon. I said, is your mom Izzy? He's like, yes. I was like, will you just go tell your mom? Gannon said hi.
And he was just going to leave it at that.
And then she comes out, and of course, me being as savvy and smooth as I am, I stumbled every single word out of my mouth. I had this whole thing planned of like, wow, you look great, and what's this, and how are you? And it was like 90 plus degrees, already at the at least 10-hour mark on a shift, was fried. We talked for 2 minutes. I then
left without even getting my phone number.
I was like,
he said I'll text you and didn't get my phone number.
So luckily, I don't have a lot of.
He's not on social media.
I'm not a social media person.
He doesn't like if you search for him on Facebook. He doesn't have a Facebook profile.
So
complete opposite of me.
Yeah. So and then I found her through Messenger and started chit chatting, and then.
Which I didn't even know that was possible. Like, I didn't even know you could have a Messenger account and not a Facebook account.
I was so excited when you could, because I was like, I do not want to be on Facebook.
Yeah, so that was kind of fun.
And then she finally agreed to a date on August 29th, 2020, in a pandemic. I have a thing for memory, so
maybe we'll go through some memory skills in another video. And got it all down.
And I guess the rest is history.
Yeah,
as you could say.
Yeah. Well, we can come back to that too.
Yeah, so it's pretty wild.
I'll tell you my like manifestation side here in a moment.
But it's
what
the universe or God or whatever belief system or karma, like. You guys have no idea, like, how unreal this happened. Like, it shouldn't have happened. Like, it shouldn't have.
Like the odds.
Like
yeah.
the odds that were just in the millions.
I don't like that it shouldn't have happened. Like anything is possible.
Okay.
Anything is possible.
Right. Okay, let me rephrase.
Okay.
I mean that the fact that it did happen, like, just against the odds. It's like betting on a horse, like, 1 to a million. It's like the chances of that horse winning are next to none. And
so you won the lottery?
I did. I won the lottery big time.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah. So, and now I'm doing a video online, which is really wild.
Right, because that's not your norm.
Yes, not my norm.
He's naturally an entertainer, though. There's just never a video
What?
on it. So we are cooking. We're meal prepping.
Meal prepping.
I've got salmon on very, very low heat because it was slightly frozen. I've got rice cooking because during the 10-day reset, you can have a little bit of rice. And I want to specify that because that's different than any other cleanse or reset that you're ever going to be on. Like, no one's going to let you have rice. But you're going to see that it's a little tiny portion because I never want you to be hungry. Now, Gannon has done the 10-day reset.
Yes.
How did that go for you?
Whew. So again, wow.
Extreme diet change, like overnight.
Yeah, so I'm a generally private person, but I will tell you, I don't eat a lot of food. I try, and this diet...
He eats White Castles.
Shh. Yes, okay. I do love White Castles. And it was like really insanely difficult at first, but honestly, I just wanted to outdo her. So I was...
He did really good.
Yeah.
His first time, he did really good.
And
this was like, what, three months ago now?
And since then, I have still been working on, like, my lifestyle change has still continued.
He's even doing yoga with me in the morning.
Yep, yoga every morning.
I mean, we already meditated every morning, but...
Yoga meditation, and I'm being a lot more aware of what I'm eating. And I think I enjoy the bad stuff now even more because I don't no, but I don't get to have it a lot. So
okay, gotcha.
So I treat myself like when I get to like have some candy, like I really get to enjoy that candy because I'm not eating it as much.
How much candy were you eating before?
Oh my gosh, I was a glutton. I love eating.
How much weight have you lost since you started making the lifestyle change?
Well, I started the life change a little before you, but I've lost 24 pounds, and I had really big hip surgery several years ago, and I have not really been able to be that young feeling, and
You're jumping all over the place.
I'm jumping all over the place. I'm feeling strong, and like she knows a thing or two.
I do.
Just a thing or two.
So when you started the reset was really when you started changing your food up quite a bit, huh?
Absolutely. Before then, I was like kind of watching my just like basically not calorie count, but I was just like, okay, we're only going to eat this amount of food.
But he was still like, there was a couple times he took me through. I didn't eat it, obviously, but he took me through McDonald's drive-thru, and he took me through White Castle drive-thru, and I'm like hiding myself. Hopefully no one sees me going
the yin
through.
and the yang, okay? I'm not ever gonna not love White Castle sliders, all right? Give me an amen if someone likes White Castle sliders. Come on, they're so good.
Okay, so this week,
but they are bad for you.
This week, okay, so I've got 8 people in the full 4-month program right now, and literally 3 out of 8 told me they ate Arby's this week. Really? Arby's? Like, but every single one of them said, and I regretted it afterwards. So why do you keep eating it?
I think I can't speak for anybody else except for me.
Do you regret the fast food after you eat it?
No, but I definitely feel like I have some feelings about it. Like, I'd rather be eating something more healthy.
Do you eat fast food? Like, if you eat fast food, I want to know what place you eat at.
Yeah. So no, I don't feel guilty, but like, it just kind of depends. I just am trying to live
He totally dodged it. He dodged it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't really feel that bad about eating.
He does.
No.
He's like, no, I'm totally good with it. But if you like fast food, like, I'm curious, like, why do you like fast food and how do you feel after you eat it? Because everyone that I spoke to this week, like, they were like, it wasn't even as good as the salmon's cooking. It's good.
Good.
It wasn't even as good as what they wanted it to be. I think someone talked them into it maybe, or they were like in a hurry and they didn't have any food prepped, which is why we're food prepping, right? I always have food cooked and ready in the refrigerator, right? Like, pretty much.
Pretty much on point. Yeah, there's
yeah.
usually something in there to
whip up really fast. To whip up really fast.
I think for me, okay, all right. Let's just. I've had to work on my different analogies. So we're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off, okay? I think what it is that it's a matter of laziness. It's convenient, like convenient food. So it takes.
He's talking about fast food.
Fast food. No. Yes. So it's like you go and it's just instantaneous. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to do
Because
anything.
we sat in line for a really long time. I think, like, I personally think.
Okay, all right, there we go. It's okay. I get you.
So I think, like, we sat in line for a really long time to get these meals. Like, it wasn't that fast. It wasn't that instantaneous. I think it's the fact that it says fast food, and I think we've been programmed so much that, I don't have to cook. All I have to do is sit and wait. Because anytime I've gone out to eat, oh my gosh, I could totally cook the food faster. Anytime we've gone through the drive-thru, I'm like, I could run into Kroger and grab some sushi faster than we went through.
It's an addiction for me.
Okay, so now we're getting down to it. So I think we make these excuses.
No, I'll own up to it.
It's fast. No, I'm not talking just about you. Like, I'm talking about everyone.
Yeah, I'll own up to that.
Like, I think in general, we call fast food fast. Larissa.
Be groovy.
We call fast food fast, and we've got this idea wrapped around it, but really, like, and I teach this with the Yoga Sutras as well, like, to really stop and analyze your thoughts. Like, we've been programmed so much to think it's fast food, but it's not that fast. Like, a banana, an apple. Gosh, the kids eat how many apples a day? A bag of apples a day.
They're like monkeys.
And 2 bunches of bananas in one day. Like, it's super fast food. Like, that is ready-made food. Pickles. We've got pickles over here. Like,
I got a pickle. I got a pickle. I got a pickle. Hey. All right. By the way, I'm obsessed with pop culture, so all I do is quote films pretty much all day.
Yeah, films and music.
Yep.
For sure. Okay, salmon and rice are still cooking. And this is where, like, you can totally, like, on a Sunday, be drawing out your schedule for the week. You could totally do some exercise. You could do some laundry. You could get some cleaning done. You could read a book. You could spend some time with your loved ones. Like, it's cooking. It's on low heat. It's safe. I'm in the general area. Like, we're good to go. There's other things that can be done. So I don't want you to feel like you have to stand next to the stove at all times either. Unless, of course, you have a little one. And, I mean, well, we do. We turn the music on and we dance in the kitchen all the time.
Yeah, we have dance parties.
We have dance parties. And
all the time.
If we're Facebook friends, I totally posted the video.
Oh, you did? Oh, busted.
Otherwise, he would have never known.
Come on, everybody loves a little Asia in the morning.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love our dance parties. Okay, so next up, I had a special request. What is in my pantry? What is in my freezer? What's in my cabinets? Do I have anything I don't want to show them?
I
don't think so.
No, I think most of the things you keep in here, I mean...
I keep pretty healthy stuff. I think
generally.
That, like, my only... Okay, so on my counter...
Oh, I love Chinese food. Don't even talk about that.
So much sodium.
So good.
It's so much sodium.
I know.
Okay, maybe once a month. Maybe once a month we'll allow Chinese. All right, so my countertops, like, I overflow stock. And yes, there is, okay, the one thing might be Target had, if you bought 4 bottles of wine, you got like 10 or 20% off. And then you got
10 or 20?
And then you got $10 back. So I did buy 4 bottles of wine, but I can't drink it on the reset. But it's not going to go bad, right? So here I've got lots of cans of soups in case at some point during this week I decide I don't want to cook or I don't have time to cook. I have backup options, okay? In my cabinet, there's, oh my gosh, there are marshmallows. Those are, I'm not going to say those marshmallows aren't for me. That would be a lie.
Yeah.
We do eat the marshmallows occasionally, but mainly they're for the kids to reward them if they're being good. Have you done the marshmallow test with your kids?
What's
or
that?
A kid?
What's that?
Oh, the marshmallow test?
No, what's that? Wait, we finish your.
Okay, we'll come back to the marshmallow test. All right. So things I have. Again, some of these are for the kids. I've got black soybean spaghetti. So this is gluten-free. So I eat gluten-free all the time because I have celiac. We are eating gluten-free on the cleanse as well. I have quinoa, which I eat pretty regularly. I have, these are not that great, but the good stuff, right? Like chicken broth. He just tried chicken broth at night.
Holy moly. I'm definitely into that.
Chicken broth at night. It is really yummy. Okay.
Oh, so yeah, she's got you beat.
I don't drink at all. Oh, well, good. 'Cause I totally drink some wine. That is like probably my biggest thing during the 10
I think that's your only vice.
Yeah, during the 10-day cleanse.
That or coffee.
Coffee is really hard. But the last 10-day cleanse, it was the wine. Like I was like, I've had a stressful day and I want a whole bottle of wine. Okay, in my pantry, I also have, again, I'm not going to eat this during the cleanse, but I have gluten-free pancake mix, which I don't.
What?
I do not put syrup and all of that on my pancakes. I will put blueberries and cook them into the pancakes, and I eat the pancake like a piece of bread.
Actually, that sounds pretty good.
It's really good, yeah.
All right, I've not done that before.
I have chia seeds. I put this, again, we're not eating any yogurt during the 10-day cleanse, but I put this in my yogurt. If I make muffins or pancakes or something, I will put that in there. I have flaxseed, which I put in a lot of everything, which makes everyone go to the bathroom all the time, which might be one of our problems for the kids stopping the bathroom all the time. They're very regular, and I very much promote all of the regularity.
Healthy gut.
Healthy gut, exactly. Gluten-free cornbread. And these are things that are up in the cabinet. I don't even open this cabinet that much. These are like backup stuff. More cornbread. I do have, if you ever want to do an Ayurveda cleanse, I might do one of those in the future to show you all, but these are my yellow mung dal.
Mung dal?
They're like a lentil.
Oh, we all know how much I love lentil.
Let's see. Lots of marinara sauces. Maddie ironically loves cranberry sauce. I really do too, but she
can just eat it.
She eats it like Jello. So it's great. Mustard. The kids love ketchup.
I love ketchup. I can put ketchup on everything.
He loves ketchup. And then I have a giant spice cabinet. Like I have a ton of spices. Things that you will. What?
Where is it? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So the chicken broth.
I just got turned on to this stuff. It is amazing. Oh my gosh. Definitely check it out.
So we don't use sauces or anything like that. We use herbs to cook with the foods. So lemon pepper is one, great for chicken and for fish as well. I've even got everything bagel seasoning.
Everything bagel seasoning.
There's kicked up chicken, so it's like spicy. I do cook a lot with ghee, so I am a big promoter of healthy fats and you need the healthy fats for hormones and beautiful skin that is nice and hydrated. You can even drink this straight by itself first thing in the morning. I might do that. Okay, I totally do that. There's that. We have lots and lots of tuna. I do have some like weird like adaptive things for adrenal support. So if you want to know more about adrenal support, more beans, eat a lot of beans. I do have some like collagen stuff and super greens. I have one cabinet with plates and
Yes, space is an issue.
I have a lot of cabinets, but they're all filled with food and herbs and like natural stuff.
All natural.
All natural. I have one small cabinet that has our plates and dishes because we really try to just wash everything right afterwards, or like wash it quick because we just don't need a ton of plates. Like there's not that many of us.
No.
So I have all of my cabinets are really stuffed with healthy stuff. Like Leo loves his soups on the bottom, so like I just loaded up so now we have it overflowing. This cabinet over here, you want to know my other stuff? Look, love CBD in many shapes and forms. I've got 502 hemp. Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump in on this one. So I've never had any issues eating. Do I have something on my head? Okay. I've never really had any issues getting to sleep, but Miss Izzy
and my children
love these gummies. Okay. Holy moly!
We got those at Target.
You eat 2 of these, you can't fight it. It'll just zonk you out. Heck yeah, 502 hemp. There you go.
Yeah, mine's like vanilla latte flavored.
So
you tell them like.
So yeah, so I highly recommend. This has been helpful. I actually try not to have these. Honestly, they're just really good. So
they are really good. Like
yeah,
the kids.
Hims and Hers. Rest Sleep. Really recommend this if you are just having a really hard time. I always tell people that if you're having a hard time read, that's the perfect time to pick up a book. Start reading. But if you're not, and you don't want to do that,
zonk out.
Eat 2 of these.
So the kids, those we've experimented with a bunch of different brands. The kids really like those. Like they were actually asking for them last night.
Yep.
Yeah, they were like, "Do we get our bedtime gummies now?" And then, of course, my personal favorite. Who else loves the Juice Plus?
Woo!
I've even got Gannon taking it a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, we're working on it. But yes. What else do I have? I have, this is one that I like to add into my Juice Plus shakes. It's chocolate peanut butter powder.
I need to try that.
Yeah, it's really good. And yeah, it's good. What else do I have? Oh my gosh, I have just lots of random stuff up here.
A bunch of random vitamins.
Vitamins. I don't use them as much. And then, oh, where's all my,
Where's what?
These. I have a cabinet of these.
This is the key. This is the success to meal prepping.
This is the meal prep secret right here. Get yourself some good, easy containers. So these are great. See this large portion and the really small portion? Your small portion is where your rice can go, not the big portion. And this is one reason why, like, I have a problem with, like, Chinese restaurants. Like, they have these really great things that they supply you if you go there a lot. But, they don't help you portion. So if you're one that's like just pounds
so important.
the rice on and like all that sauce, the sodium is so high. But like when you do it this way and you're cooking it for yourself, like I can put my rice over here I can put some avocado slices or something over here. So my carbs and my fats. Now I'm going to be getting carbs from vegetables, but I say sticky carbs is what I call those. And then I've got my salmon and vegetables that are going to go over here.
Portion control. So earlier, before I started working with Izzy about like changing, diet and everything, portion control and regular exercise. And even if that's like, okay, like I wish I had a nice pair of a flight of stairs. If I did, literally just going up your flight of steps 10 times a day, 20 times a day, and just, again, when you do portion control, let's just face it, if you're like me, I mean, I could eat 3,000 or 4,000 calories a day easily and still be hungry. And the net was that it's recommended to have 2,000 calories a day. Okay, so that's essentially 2,000 calorie is essentially, I think last time is if you went to McDonald's and got 4 large fries, that is your entire meal for the day. I know there's a lot of people talking about calorie counting, about the pros and cons.
Yeah, I don't do calorie counting, but I still think it's important to have a general idea.
I like doing calorie counting for a little bit because I realized, like, holy crap. So if I eat that, I can't have any more food.
Yeah.
And
same thing, if you go to the movie theater, which, I mean, we're not right now, but if you were to get a large butter popcorn, it exceeds your whole day. Calories.
So really, if you can just go 2 weeks with, doing, trying to get under 2,000 calories, and you're doing some sort of elevated cardio, meaning that your heartbeat is faster than it usually runs at.
A little out of breath.
Out of breath for 30 minutes, 3 times a week, you will lose weight. I mean, I don't like making promises I can't keep, but it's a pretty
given.
The thing is that you have to want to get better. Like, none of the stuff that she does is going to make any difference if you don't want to get better. I used to be a former cigarette smoker.
Yeah.
And I tell people, like, when you want to quit, like, when you really want to quit, that is when it's time to quit. But if you're like, I'm going to do it later, like, if you are not committed for a change, nothing is going to change. Period.
Like, look how fluffy this rice is.
Oh, we're getting back to the food. Whoop, whoop.
This rice is so fluffy. So we rinsed the rice. We let it soak and then rinsed it. It's super fluffy. And so we rinse the rice before we cook it. We let it soak, then we rinse it, because if there's any like arsenic or any of these like yucky stuff that's in your rice bag and that's been contaminating the rice, we want to get that off first. So we had soaked it, rinsed it, then cooked it. It cooks a little bit better, I think. And then we've got salmon going on the stove, which I have the skin up first. And I've been cooking it on low, and so now I'm going to flip it so I can put all my spices and my grapeseed oil and all of that stuff so that I can start to make it taste even better. I do lemon juice because I find I go through a lot of lemons and I've got to cut and I've got to do all these things. I'm all about making it easy. I'm all about making it easy.
What? I'm sorry, making it easy?
And so lemon juice in a squirt bottle, and I'll just squirt it on the salmon. Yeah. Well, and it helps too. Like, if you're going to put it in the refrigerator, you don't want to like heat up salmon in the microwave and it's got that like reheat value.
Sorry, my hands are dry. I gotta put some lotion on. Gotta keep these hands baby smooth.
Oh my gosh. So I'm gonna flip the salmon. It's thawed out now. It looks pretty. It looks beautiful. I'm gonna go with that lemon pepper spice that I showed you.
Ooh, look, 3 people.
I know. Lemon pepper. I got this in at Aldi's, so I haven't even opened it yet. It's a brand new bottle. You want to open it?
I got it.
Thank you.
Gotta earn my keep.
So we can just walk up to Aldi, really, if we want. Which we could walk to Kroger too, really. I mean.
Oh, you're really getting down on it.
Oh yeah, like I'm really putting it on there. I'm really putting it on there. So let's see if we can get a little bit of a. Can we see it? There we go.
A little bit better.
A little better. So I really got it on there. I'm also I really like healthy fats, so I've got my grapeseed oil. I'm gonna sprinkle that on there as well. And I'm really coating it. Like I'm not just like, I'm not playing games over here. So I got that going. The rice is over there. Now, things you can do with your rice, you might, which I think Larissa actually taught me this. You could cook the rice in chicken broth. So that's a fun one. I like it just plain, especially when I'm doing meal prep. But depending on if I'm making chicken or something, I like it like that now. She spoiled me a little. It's like extra flavored.
Spoiling.
Oh my gosh. All right. So what I can do now, time saving, I'm going to go ahead and line out all of my containers. I'm going to go ahead and put the rice in the area, and then while the salmon's continuing to cook, I can start cleaning up and keep the process going so that there's not this like back and forth and it's taking all day.
So from beginning to end, you've got all your product. You started cook from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. How long does it take?
If I've got everything lined out right, like I could probably meal prep lunch and dinner in an hour.
An hour.
An hour, and I was calculating it up earlier. So really, for my whole 10-day reset, I think I spend like $100 on groceries.
I mean, that's good. That's solid.
That's pretty good. And like some of this is gonna feed more than just me too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's more than just me.
Yeah.
For 10 days. So I can't complain. All right, so I'm gonna get my spoon. All right, what was it? Oh, the marshmallow test.
Yes,
that's what we're okay. So, if anybody has anybody done the marshmallow test on their kids? So the marshmallow test. Look, just a little thing of rice. The marshmallow test is a.
You keep talking.
Oh, thank you.
Teamwork. It's all about teamwork. That's what I keep preaching to people. Teamwork, teamwork, teamwork.
Let's put that on the table. Let's put that on the table. So the marshmallow test is a psychological test to measure a child's level of patience and gratification. So if you do the marshmallow test on a small child, it actually has a very strong predictability of how much that child as an adult will be successful in their ability to put in the effort and wait for the reward. How about that?
Well.
So I did the marshmallow test on both of my children.
And?
How do you think Maddie did?
Not great.
No, Maddie did fantastic. Like,
really?
She waited out. So this is what you do, is you sit a marshmallow in front of them. And I think she was like 2 when I did this, 2 or 3. She's a little bit above where she should be in smarts at that age. So I put it in front of her. You put one marshmallow and you set a timer for 5 to 10 minutes. And you say, sit here. Don't touch the marshmallow. I'm going to go in the other room. If I come back, you'll get a second marshmallow. So you double the marshmallow. And it's really funny because if you YouTube this, what the kids do in these videos where they're like smelling it and licking it and they're trying to like take the marshmallow without taking it is completely true. She was smelling it, playing with it, like really talking to herself about this. But she waited out for the second marshmallow, waited even longer to see if she would make it for a third marshmallow, and she did. How do you think Leo did?
Terrible.
Terrible.
I don't think he probably didn't last 30 seconds.
Like 10 to 15 seconds, and he was just like, eh. But the funny part was Maddie was sitting there going, Leo, if you just wait, you get a second one. Don't you just want 2? And he's like, nah. And he just eats it. Which Leo has extreme ADHD. Spot on. Just spot on.
Yes, little tiz.
All right, Larissa says, what kind of marinara sauce?
A marinara. What kind of marinara sauce are you going to use?
So, I have tomato and basil. It's simple, true. If you look on the back side, this is important for the marinaras, okay? Total sugars. How many sugars does that have?
5.
5 sugars. That's it. Calories, it says 45.
What do we want this number to not be? Or like what's the max
If
number?
it's in the teens,
No.
I would stay away.
Okay.
There's some of these that are like in the 20s.
Okay.
That's
so you would recommend staying like 10 below?
Yeah, 10 below. Like
Okay.
we don't like 9 and below.
9 below, okay.
So organic tomato puree, diced tomatoes, tomato juice, basil, onion, garlic, and some oregano. Like it's really, really basic. We don't need a bunch of stuff. We don't. Let's see, sodium level.
Bunch of stuff we don't need.
Sodium is 470, and that's normal for any canned or jarred products because the salt is what's going to keep it jarred.
Okay. Woo, we got some popping.
So the best case scenario would be making it yourself.
Okay.
But I don't got time for that. I just don't.
Okay.
All right. So salmon's cooking. Salmon's almost done. We even had some rice left over. So I'll probably use that for tonight. You want some rice with your vegetable soup?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that tonight for Sunday. The other thing I had, which again, normally I don't cook up any vegetables for my week. I normally actually just take the frozen ones. Like I love peas and carrots, and I'll just pour it into the container, and it's already frozen, so it'll thaw out and be ready for when I do heat it up anyways. But I got something new, and I want to try this out because it looks really delicious. Brussels sprouts, butternut squash, and onions. That was...
So excited about eating that.
I'm like, this sounds amazing. No? No. Okay.
No, I'm...
So you're totally eating this tomorrow? You gonna try it?
I will try anything once. Okay, except cheese. I don't do cheese.
He doesn't eat cheese, which is good because you can't have cheese on the...
Cheese is the natural enemy of the world. Okay.
This is Did you eat macaroni and cheese as a kid?
Supposedly I did at one point, and then something happened, and I don't know what happened. I just hate cheese. Yeah.
So
weirdo here.
I'm a therapist. I'm a mind-body therapist, and I can help people. I'm not going to do that on Gannon. That would be rude. But I can help people with their food aversions or their relationships with food. Just throwing that out there.
I think we're doing all right. We're making massive. If you all could have seen where I was on the type of food I ate prior to being in a relationship with Izzy, you guys wouldn't. Your minds would be blown. Okay, so we're making massive steps
We are,
on my end.
and I don't want him to eat cheese, so I'm gonna leave that one alone.
That's fine because it's not happening.
I don't want him to eat cheese. Like do I eat cheese? Yes, but I like expensive cheese.
Yep.
Like the stinky expensive cheese that goes with wine, because
I'll take the wine part.
I like wine.
I'll take the wine part.
But it was quite funny though when he told me he went to France and
that's a long.
didn't
Yeah,
eat cheese.
I did. Yeah, I stayed with a family, and it was.
Didn't eat cheese.
And they made me eat a plate of cheese, and it was one of
Oh,
the
they
most.
made you eat a plate of cheese?
Yeah,
You
it
didn't
was.
tell me
It
that.
was one of the most terrifying experiences. They said if I didn't try all these cheeses, that I wasn't gonna have a place to stay. Yeah, it was really, really bad. I was about puked every time, and these were all very the finest cheeses in France. And how I did it, because I don't know, I got this gag reflex, and so I love French bread. Oh my gosh, French bread is so good.
There's no bread on the 10-day cleanse.
And so bread, and then some traditional Coca-Cola, and then I put
There's no soda on the 10-day
and I put
cleanse.
the cheese in my mouth, and it'd be and then eat the bread, and took a drink, and it was all right. I think it was 15 or 20 cheeses I had to try, and they all sat around watching me.
So soda. If you want soda, Zevia is really great. It's clear. Zevia. They've got a Dr. Pepper and a root beer and a soda, regular soda one. and it's clear, and there's no sugar, no caffeine, but it tastes like carbonated soda.
I'd say just drop it.
But you gotta get rid of the soda.
Just go ahead and do it. You're gonna feel so much better. And I used to. So
he still drinks the soda.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. But I think it's good that Izzy knows this, but you all don't know this. I mean, I could drink Monsters all day or Coca-Cola, and I have pretty much come to almost a full stop.
He's really cut back.
And I can tell you that a huge difference significantly just in my performance and just daily activities.
Inflammation.
Oh, I've got a lot of, again, as I said, I've got hip issues, I've got knee issues.
So he does a lot of martial arts stuff.
I'm a martial artist. And so I have noticed a huge difference in just cutting out garbage.
Yeah. But, so, a lot of people go from regular soda to diet soda as an effort to cut back on it, and you're just prolonging ripping the Band-Aid off.
Yeah, and actually, it's funny, but
the aspartame,
the Coke Zeros and all the diets
Diet Coke has aspartame
are actually more worse for you than if you were to just drink regular Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So aspartame is severely linked to Alzheimer's. It makes you crave sweets more. What else? Oh, it's linked to like infertility problems, ovarian cancer. I mean, there's just a ton of things that Diet Coke and aspartame specifically are really, really linked to. So I tend to go for Coke Zero if I do splurge, just because it doesn't have.
Side note, so one of my sifus, which sifu is Chinese for teacher, he said get 2 plants, okay? Water one with water the other one with Coca-Cola.
I like that.
And see what happens. And so you're going to watch and see what happens because Coke will destroy the one plant. And so essentially when you are drinking it, everything in moderation.
It's depleting you. It's drying you up. It's
try it out. See what happens.
It's not nourishing.
Get a cheap plant though, because it won't last long.
Well, you can clean metals. So have you seen the video where they clean the car bumper, like an old metal car bumper with a soda?
Yeah, you can put a penny. You drop a penny in a Coca-Cola and see what happens.
Well, it would eventually dissolve the penny actually, if it sat there long enough.
Crazy pants. Uh-oh. We're getting there.
We're getting there. All right, salmon is still cooking. I did not let it thaw out all the way. That's why it's taking a little bit longer, but it also gives us the opportunity to talk to you.
To talk!
All right. So in case you're just tuning in, I'm Izzy. This is Gannon.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gannon. I'm the goofball around here.
He's the goofball.
Yeah.
We are making salmon and vegetables and rice, and that's going to be lunch for next week. We're meal prepping lunch for next week. We've got a crock pot going with vegetable soup that we're going to eat tonight, and we're going to have tomorrow night at least, maybe probably 2 other nights. Super, super cheap. I've managed to get us healthy eating for the 10-day reset, and it only costs about $100. I would say factoring in the rest of the family eating, maybe 150 for 10 days.
For 10 days is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Especially now that we're getting near holiday and,
and
it's just
you're not gonna feel hungry. That's not the game plan. Now for breakfast, we're not prepping breakfast. If you're in the club, then I've got a special thing that we're supposed to be doing for breakfast. But this is for everyone, meal prepping. What is it that you want to eat? What is it that you can eat? Sorry. What is it?
That tastes good.
What is it that you could eat at least 3 days in a row? That's one thing I hear a lot of people, they're like, I can't eat the same thing 3 days in a row. What do you think about that response?
I think what?
No, be hard.
What?
Spoiled.
Oh, spoiled rotten.
Okay, go ahead.
No, well, I mean, you can do anything. This really isn't, this isn't requiring you to climb Mount Everest. This isn't requiring you, this is You just are making it difficult because you want things to be easy. So let's just, again, rip that Band-Aid off. If you want to change, then cowboy up and get it done. There's like no other way to, I mean, like when I work with my students that complain, it's like, well, you're never going to get to the top of the mountain if you don't start climbing. And it doesn't matter if one person can get to the top of the mountain in 3 days, or if that person can get up there in 10 years. As long as you are continuing to climb and work hard, everything will pay off.
Lemon juice from Italy.
From Italy. Don't squirt that in my eyes, I'll go blind.
That's weird. No, actually, I heard if you have pink eye, you should squirt lemon juice in your eye.
Ew, that's not talking about pink eye.
I know, but
I've never had it, knock on wood.
There's other moms. Like, moms tend to know more about pink eye than...
Oh, well, that's a circle I'll let you guys hang out in, because...
You start changing diapers all the time and see if you get pink eye.
Okay. Ooh, let's get down and dirty.
I'm squirting lemon juice all over the semen.
So cowboy up. Get it done.
I like that. It's good.
There should be another word in there, but we're keeping this PG. Cowboy the blank.
Oh, I don't know. I don't use all those words.
That's why okay. We're keeping this PG. PG. No sailor mouse allowed in here.
All right. So meal prepping. Basically, what I've got is salmon, vegetables.
Salmon, vegetables.
And a little bit of rice.
And a little bit
And then I'm going to put some avocado.
Avocado.
Avocado on there as well. We're not doing any cheese. We're not doing any dairy. We're not doing any gluten for the 10-day reset. It's not happening. It's only 10 days.
It's only 10 days.
You can totally do this for 10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
Cowboy up and get it done.
I lost 2 pounds the last one.
We did. I lost 3.
He lost 3. And I felt really good afterwards. Like, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, give me all my crap back.
No, actually it was really good. I mean, like, I still like the feeling that I have from it. And again, no, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't eat fast food still, but I definitely am eating it. I went from eating fast food 2 to 3 times a day to maybe once or twice a week, which is a huge deal.
Yeah.
Right. You know, especially if I have a little bit of alcohol, I definitely like the following day. So that's, you know, that's kind of my...
We do have occasionally some of those nights.
Occasionally nights where it's nice to get up and get something really greasy. But just hydrate. That's all you do is just drink more water, and
right?
you'll be fine.
So on the 10-day reset, this is really about taking 10 days to reset, to give yourself a plethora of healthy habits that you're going to do all during this 10 days. It's kind of like you're creating your own little mini staycation, as if you were going to go to some healthy resort, and you're just going to do all the healthy stuff for 10 days. And after the 10 days, if you want to go back to your excuses and whatever else, you can. I'm not going to lie, like, you know, I got into the kids' Halloween candy every once in a while on super stressful days, but that's something that we need to talk about then. We need to talk about the emotional eating, the habitual eating, and just resetting yourself so that you're learning and practicing new healthy habits instead of, if you're in survival mode, you're going to default back to the unhealthy habits. When you're stressed, you're going to default back to your unhealthy habits. When you're stressed, you're going to default back to your unhealthy habits. So we need to manage the stress too, and we need to practice the healthy habits when you're not stressed. It's really hard to practice healthy habits when you're not stressed. I mean, when you are stressed.
Yes.
Right? Like, if you're stressed out, do you care about being healthy? Not as much.
Not as much, but I also, I mean, just coming from my background, like, you know, when you are competing in any type of sport, you have to take care of yourself or you can't perform. So, you know, I'm going to add on, I know she doesn't do this, but I do this. If you're feeling a temptation to, like, go eat something that you're not supposed to, okay? You're going to go in your mind, you're going to be like, you're going to rationalize, like, why, what reasons can I have this, okay? And so when you have those, okay, I'm all about calisthenics. basics. You don't need 1,000 things, okay? Go and do a push-up, okay? Or go and do a squat. Do some sort of exercise, okay?
Remind yourself.
So you're constantly going to reinforce. And what's happening is, again, if you were doing, like, there's a reason why, like, the guys, men and women in prisons are in such good shape, because all they're doing is calisthenics in a very small area. Again, I'm huge about push-ups. I mean, a proper push-up can do everything. And if you can't do a full push-up right now, well, then you do what we call walls, or you can do knee push-ups.
Chair.
Chair. I mean, there's things. Okay, you can do a squat. Same thing. Every time you use the restroom, just crank out a couple.
I tell my people that all the time. I'm like 10 squats after, because if you got to pee really bad, doing it before.
And before you know it, like, again, you're contributing. You need, like, they always say that working out, that you need to spend 90% in the kitchen, 10% working out.
Yeah.
Okay. But if you're already overweight, and you're not feeling comfortable, or you're just not even overweight, maybe you just want to lose weight, start small.
Well, didn't you tell me you're like, oh, I could never get that, like, ab cut thing?
Well, that's where...
And I was like, it's the kitchen. Like, it's your diet. You got to change up your diet more. And he was like, the other day, he was like, oh, look, I'm getting a little cut going.
I'm just a stout boy, that's all. It's all good. But, like I said, just try a push-up, okay? If you can't do it, it's okay. Don't get angry with yourself.
Well, and, like, there needs to be the movement. Like, that use it or lose it. Like, literally, I tell people, I'm like, if you want to be able to twist around to wipe your butt when you're 80, 90 years old, then you need to be doing twists. If you want to be able to reach and grab something off of a shelf, you need to be reaching up. If you want to be able to tie your shoes, put your socks and shoes on, then you need to be reaching towards your toes. Like, these are basic. Like, you want to be able to go to the bathroom by yourself, squat, twist.
Yeah.
You want to be able to actually be in the kitchen or just be able to move around and get things. Reach your hands up, reach your hands down. You need to be able to reach towards your toes. Doesn't mean you got to touch your toes. We'll get there eventually, but you need to be able to reach down.
Baby steps. We are programmed in today's society that for us to be in shape, we have to have six packs. We have to have this swimsuit body. It's BS. Okay, long as you are doing something to help you, that's all that matters. Okay, long as you're feeling good. Don't worry about what society's telling you that you're supposed to look like. Like, just focus on yourself. I'm telling you from personal experience, if you just start small. Again, with my new guys or gals that want to start, I was like, all right, we're going to do 5 push-ups a day. We're going to do 5 leg lifts and then 5 squats, okay? And you do that 5 days a week. Every day. No, there's no excuse that you can either. Anybody can write down, if you can tell me that in a full day that you cannot set aside 10 minutes to do some sort of physical activity.
Well, that's my thing. Like,
yeah, if you say you can't, I'm calling total BS on that.
Well, and are you on social media for 10 minutes a day? So do squats while you're watching social media.
Yeah. Okay, try it. Just try it for 2 weeks, and, like, again, you're gonna, like, before you know it, you're like, man, I'm kind of like feeling a little strong here, and you're gonna start feeling good because, let's talk about it. Endorphins. I don't know if any of you all get down on endorphin highs.
And who also watches a ton of Netflix? You could totally be on the bicycle, stationary bike, watching Netflix. You could be sitting on the floor while you're watching Netflix. You could be doing crunches while you watch Netflix. Get
the endorphin high. The endorphin high is the chemical that makes us feel good, and we get that by working out, eating chocolate.
So we have a lot of women in the group, and I hear commonly from a lot of the women that they don't feel attractive enough, or they don't feel like they have enough energy. There's just a lot of, like, stuff going on with them that they don't feel sexually attractive towards their partner. Like, they don't think their partner wants to have sex with them, or that they have enough energy to even do that.
Okay, well, I can't really speak to the first part, but the second part, if you don't have energy, there's something going on. Okay?
Right?
That's an excuse if you're in your late 60s, 70s, or 80s. And even then, the excuse to not want to have intercourse, that I'm gonna no.
Like, I think it's stress levels, for one. So managing your stress with meditation and all of that stuff, but also with the food you're putting in, your fuel. right?
Yep. You are what you eat.
You are what you eat.
So, and to answer her first part, just talk with your partner.
Yeah, conversation.
I probably can guarantee that your partner is very attracted to you.
Yeah, and if
Just
they're
communicate.
not,
If they're not, then
find out why.
Then find out why, or if not, then there's some
No.
underlining thing going there.
Which we can talk about.
She can. I have no. I'm just a judo coach. Okay, that's the.
I'm the therapist.
I'm just a judo coach. I just make kids do push-ups. Okay.
We have really great communication, though.
Okay, we do. We get it done.
I didn't mean like that.
No, I mean no. I didn't mean that either. I mean we just again the level of communication is going to be important.
It is. It's very important. All right. So I'm Izzy.
And I'm what's my name? Oh, I'm Gannon.
This is Gannon.
Yeah.
And we just did meal prep. Can you go ahead and hand me
Meal prep.
Hand me some more containers. We've got the salmon is ready. I want to show you my portion sizes of salmon. I am putting a very small portion of salmon in here. Now, could I put more? Oh, could I put more? Yes, I could. But I want the bulk of this to be veggies. And I've just learned from myself over the past few meal preps is that I actually don't want to eat that much salmon. Like I really crave eating more vegetables now. So I know that I'm going to save the rest of this portion for vegetables. And so I'm doing this as I go. It doesn't matter if the food gets cold because it's gonna all go in the fridge anyways. So I've just got them sitting out on the kitchen table and I'm lining it up like an assembly line. Again, normally the salmon's done faster, but I had to manually thaw it out. So that being said, now you have a general idea. And again, I could put frozen vegetables all right here. And the frozen vegetables like peas and carrots, I could easily $1 for a bag and fill that up. $1 for a giant bag of peas and carrots, and the rest of this doesn't cost that much, so why not? All right, this was lunch meal prepping with Izzy and Gannon, and I hope that we get to chat soon. If you'd like to join us in the 4-month program, there's a 4-month program where we, thank you, where we do this 10-day reset every month, and it's different every single time you do it, right?
You feel better.
Well, it's different. Like it's a different experience.
Oh yeah, totally. You're constantly gonna be experiencing different growths, and
different
changes
focus, and different things are going on each month, and so each month is a little different. But we also do more than that. We're learning how to meditate. We're talking about anxiety and feeling frantic, and allowing ourselves to feel whole and love life. Like that's really the big thing.
Yes.
Loving life and having the energy to show up in life too. Being able to enjoy the family, to enjoy yourself, to enjoy your partner, whatever it might be, but to move out of this frantic and fragmented and into feeling focused and feeling whole. I'm Izzy, and I will catch you later. Bye.